Thanks for joining us. So both of you actually have quite some underground experience of how to tackle the problem of plastic waste, and we would like to be inspired by hearing from you what you're doing. So Johé, maybe we could start with you, and you could tell us a bit about what is your solution to tackling plastic waste?
Yes, of course. So I'm part of a collective called Precious Plastic, and what we do, some of the collective is there. So yeah. I tried to. So in Precious Plastic, what we do is to develop a machine to be able to recycle plastic locally. So the idea is that plastic pollution is everywhere, but so far to recycle plastic, we only have industrial machines, so big-scale companies, and of course they would set up only where they could make some profit from it, and otherwise. And it's not just a problem of developing country. It's happening right here in France. I mean, for each city you would find or recycling center or nothing, burning or digging a hole in the floor and just covering the waste. So Precious Plastic started 6 years ago, thanks to this guy, Dave Atkins. And the first idea was just to offer smaller scale recycling machines. And about this machine, so you can see this set, you have a shredder machine and then different tools that would offer you to make a different process and so different kind of products. Two main ideas about those machines is that first of all, they are low-tech. So the goal is to be able to rebuild this machine with affordable materials, so yeah, it doesn't cost a lot of money to make this. And the second idea is that the whole project is open source, so we share the blueprint online for free on our website with some video tutorial to teach people step by step how to get their own recycling workspace. And that's what I'm thinking. Sorry. So this way we got people from all around the world starting building the machines. And we got super excited about this. So first of all, a few people, and then 1,000 people. So actually we now have around 1,000 workspaces all around the world with and this is how we became a community. So it's not about the collective, no. It's just a whole community, 80,000 people around the world who get involved. And about this, what we want to do is not only to recycle, but also try to think about a more valuable way to work with plastic to make more durable objects. So for instance, what you see there is not stuff made from plastic, but from those independent workspace. So each workspace will have a different type of production according to the plastic source and the real need in that country and the city. Yep. And of course, to encourage this business to be set up everything, we also develop online tools at the Precious Plastic Bazaar. So you could buy objects from recycled plastic on this website, but also buy some part of the machine. So that's another way to make the projects affordable. If you don't feel like building the machine yourself, you can just get in touch with someone from your country to build the machine for you. Yeah.
And just a quick one, can you share one inspiring story from that community? I gathered it's an active community because you have a fan club here.
Yeah, we can. I'm really proud and amazed about how this community is rich. And a relevant example is this family. So that's the magic with the community. You don't need to be a designer or an engineer. Everybody can be involved. And I choose this story for several reasons. But yeah, it's just a family living in a boat. And so the father is building the machines. They are traveling around Malaysia. And the mother is doing some comics to teach people what recycling is, what plastic pollution is, and the kids, they would just teach the other kids. And I got in touch with them. The father asked me like, hey man, could you make a mold for me? I kind of would like to make necklace of Malaysian turtle from recycled plastic. So from the plastic you would source in the beach and to resell it to the tourists. And yeah, the magic happened. I made the mold, and now they are selling those valuable items. And I think you meet you actually.
Yes, I know them as well. So it's a very small world, you know. We're working together as well with Sea Monkey Project. So
That's excellent.
That's the magic of a community.
And that was by chance, huh? I didn't know that before. So maybe in the interest of time, can we quickly hear about also Princess Zatashah, what you are doing, and then you can afterwards both tell us a bit about your future plans.
sure. I started my campaign, Say No to Plastic, with a to plastic in 2016 in Malaysia because I do a lot of diving. I love the marine life, and I realized that plastic pollution was such a serious problem, but nobody was paying attention at that time. 2016, it was just too new. And when I started this campaign, I went around to universities. I was talking to a lot of students, and I was sharing with them, you know, that Malaysia, we are 8th world's worst plastic polluter, which they had no idea at that time. So 2017, fast forward, they interviewed 2 million Malaysian youths for this youth canvas, and it's about every single topic, including the environment. And plastic did not appear at all in this chapter, which goes to show that the Malaysian youths were not concerned that plastic was an issue. They talked about tigers, they talked about turtles, you know, but no plastic. So I kept on pushing, and I was lobbying with governments, I was lobbying with businesses, and how I did through my campaign was to, what I really believe is walk the talk. You've got to lead by example. So I went out there with my reusable containers. I was at the markets, the Ramadan markets. They have all these different kind of foods, and I carried my tiffin, this little cute tiffin, and I put every single food item was in there. I brought my water tumbler. I brought my own. I literally have my kitchen sink. I had my own cutlery. I said, this table, all my friends, none of you are going to throw anything in the trash. So this is purely zero waste. And they were like looking at me like, you're kind of crazy, but okay, we'll do that. And it started on. So 2018, people realized, you know, we saw Blue Planet 2. We even screened Blue Planet 2 last year nationwide for a lot of the Malaysians, and we even had a message from Sir David Attenborough to us, the Malaysians, to say, you know, thank you for your support. And it has really grown, literally, I think, from 2018 onwards. The Say No to Plastic has gone viral. If you check it out on Instagram, everybody is using it. And you know, it is incredible to see how a lot of people are reducing waste and making those changes. Malaysia, in end of 2018, we launched the Malaysia Roadmap towards zero single-use plastic 2018 to 2030, and that was done by the Malaysian government. We had set roadstones like basically to say no plastic bags was first. Now we're supposed to go into no plastic straws. So this is going to be continuing, and we keep pushing and fighting, you know. And my state, Selangor, in 2017 had banned plastic bags and styrofoam. Last year we banned the plastic straws. But what is important is that it's very all well and good to have legislation, to have announcements, but you need enforcement, and you need to continue with the awareness, because it doesn't stop there. I still see plastic straws. So I keep pushing to say, hey, listen, you know, we can say we have no plastic straws, but I can still see that on the table. So it has come along. I think it's by guilt as well. When they see me come with my entire kitchen sink, they're like, okay, we feel really guilty holding this plastic water bottle. I do a lot of beach cleanups and underwater cleanups around in Malaysia. Since I started, we had one of the largest international beach cleanups on International Coastal Cleanup Day. All the data goes to Ocean Conservancy. And I organized on 3 beaches in Selangor 1,800 volunteers, and most of them were kids. Most of them said to their parents, we're 10 years old, Mama, I want to go and do the Princess Beach cleanup. Mom looks at that on a Saturday morning at 6 a.m., seriously. So it happened, and we have collected since 2 tons of plastic trash. And, you know, and I keep telling people it is not about just getting the ocean plastic out or doing a cleanup, it is about awareness to show that how much plastic we have there. We need to prevent before it gets there, you know. So this is, and by showing by example, making it look cute to carry your tiffin to a market instead of carrying 100 plastic bags, which is what they do usually. The food comes in one plastic bag and they're carrying another plastic bag. I saw my cousin at the market last year. He had like 16 plastic bags. I'm like, seriously, dude, like, this is just not acceptable. I said, not in this day and age. And he was like, I was just hoping you weren't going to be here and catch me. And I'm like, yeah, I busted you really badly and it's going viral. So that's another thing, you know, get out there and, you know, really push your message through with your friends, with your family, and whoever it is to get out there and just say, listen, and it's not about plastic material. It is about the stop single-use plastic. That we really, you know, Malaysia has this throwaway culture, that we have these plastic packagings, or even if it's in cardboard, it's like use it once, throw it away, and we need to really end with that and just say, hey, think before you throw. Keep it out of the landfills. We don't have all that, you know, plastic recycling plants of high technology. We don't have that. It goes into burning or it goes into landfill, and it is horrendous. So I said we have to think, carry your reusables, and that's how you make that impact.
Thanks. And
Thank you.
I really like also how it comes across in what you're saying, that it's not just about replacing plastics. Also, don't replace plastic with yet another single-use item, but really look into how can you reuse and, yeah, change at that point. So super inspiring movements, both of you. Johé, what's in it in the future? What's your plans?
So for us, the future just started this month because we just launched the 4th version of our project, and still with this open source idea, you know, what we want to do is to provide bigger machines to be able to recycle more. So I have a little video to show you and to get you inspired. And presses the button.
Plastic waste.
An ocean of plastic trash.
Plastic.
Plastic. Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic.
Plastic is, well, it's everywhere.
So I guess by now you are quite aware of this big plastic waste problem. But all of this isn't really waste. With some love and care, the right machines, and with the right techniques, you will see that it's a precious material. This new precious material can be turned into big colorful sheets to make stuff with, a brick to construct walls, small functional objects, or fancy furniture. We, the precious plastic community, develop tools and machines to recycle plastic. And we've been doing that for 6 years, open source for free. And now it's time to take it to the next level. And we all need to work together fighting this massive problem. But how do we start? First, we need you to collect, clean and remove the label of your own plastic waste. And then bring it to a local precious plastic collection point. If you don't have a collection point or recycling community in your area, you can start your own recycling business and grow the community. Starting a business might seem scary, so we created starter kits. The starter kits are a package of information with everything you need to start your own small workspace. We created different packages for different workspaces. You can, for example, start a sheet press workspace, or shred plastic into small flakes in a shredder workspace, or build machines and sell them to others. And they all work together on a local scale and are globally connected, sharing knowledge. And we call this the precious plastic universe. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can start your own business. And if you're not into business, share it around with your neighborhood. Some of them might want to start a local recycle network. Visit preciosplastic.com for more information.
So yeah, that's it. The more we are working on it, the more we want to push this capacity of tackling this plastic pollution locally. And our mission is mostly provide the tools. And with this version, we are super excited to see the community developing new product and also becoming more specialized. So recycling is not only one job, but many different kind of activity and many different kind of potential business. So we are really looking forward to see what's gonna be born from this, because it's just starting.
Great, and the best of luck with it. I have the feeling you are going to have a few people come up to you after the session and ask how they can join. Princess Zatashah, can you give maybe 1-2 tips to everybody here of what to do in everyday life?
Sure. I mean, I think I'm talking to the converted here, so it's not. It's quite easy to actually say, but. Think about the bring reusables. You know, even when I was in the States, I realized everybody had the throwaway coffee cups. It's these little details when you don't realize coffee cups are actually plastic laminate and it can't be recycled. So bring your reusables at every point. Just be ready. Don't throw away unnecessarily. And since I believe that I'm talking to the converted here, we're not all at that stage of complete zero waste. So what I would ask for everybody to do today is everyone in this room to think of one pledge to take that extra step to being towards, you know, reducing waste, towards saying stop single-use plastic. When you open that plastic water bottle, think again. Bring your own reusables. So that will be my tip for today. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. So. Thanks a lot, both of you. Very exciting initiatives. I think you have a booth here, right, that people could also
Yeah, exactly.
check.
So today, for Change Now, we are exhibiting the manifestos objects. So those are not necessarily useful objects, but especially art objects to tell story about what plastic is and to showcase the potential of this resource. So feel free to come and visit. And yeah, we can chat more. I will be there. Thanks.